Do you know of a stellar leader or an outstanding organization that deserves a proper shout-out? Nominate them for IBJ's awards. From 40 in their 40s and Women of Influence to Nonprofit and Healthcare Excellence Awards, we're celebrating rising stars, seasoned leaders, and organizations making a difference. Discover which programs are accepting nominations now at ibj.com/nominate. Do you want to mix moments of inspiration with time to network? IBJ Media Events has you covered. From industry deep dives to awards celebrations honoring Indiana's top leaders, see what's coming up and reserve your seat now at ibj.com/register.
This is Inside Indiana Business Radio on demand for Tuesday, September 2nd, 2025. I'm Gary Dick. A new 5-year agreement between Indiana University and Cook Medical is designed to address real-world problems that propel innovation, bolster Indiana's economy, and grow the state's workforce. IU's first master collaboration agreement, which includes all campuses, brings together research expertise from IU's 9 campuses and one of the state's largest employers, removing administrative barriers for researchers and schools to collaborate directly with Cook. IU President Pam Whitten.
This is a new day for Indiana University, and this agreement is the first that is a true partnership with us and a great industry partner, Cook Medical Group. Ultimately, it's great for Indiana University, but most importantly, it's great for the state of Indiana.
The South Bend Redevelopment Commission has okayed just over $3 million in funding for The Yard, a $14 million mixed-use development planned along East LaSalle Avenue, and the Link Trail, which connects downtown South Bend to the University of Notre Dame. The project will transform several abandoned and underused properties into a family-focused destination featuring restaurants, an ice cream shop, and a band shell for concerts. The Schererville Board of Zoning Appeals has approved plans for the Schererville Family YMCA to expand its footprint. The Y is looking to take over the former Jack's Warehouse location next door after the Indoor Family Fun Center opted to not renew its lease. That according to our partners at the Times of Northwest Indiana. You're listening to Inside Indiana Business Radio. East Central Indiana is on the move, and the next big conversation is happening in Muncie. Join us for Innovate East Central Indiana at Ball State University, September 17th. A powerful afternoon of ideas, innovation, and insight, part of the Innovate Indiana series, presented by Indiana University and Old National Bank. We're talking talent, technology, and transformation, and what's next for the region. RSVP now at ibj.com/innovate. A multinational law firm's aggressive push into the Indiana gambling sector is signaling growing competition in one of the state's most active lobbying arenas.
Greenberg Traurig LLP, a firm with global coverage in multiple disciplines, has made some prominent hires in its Chicago office this past year, with a particular focus on Indiana casino gambling and lobbying. Last month, the firm hired Dennis Mullen, the former executive director and general counsel of the Indiana Gaming Commission, to be its of-counsel in its Chicago offices. And in April, the firm hired Allie Bartlett, who was an attorney for Bose McKinney & Evans's gaming group and previously served on the legislative staff at the Indiana General Assembly. Andrew Miller, managing principal at Bose Public Affairs Group, told the Indiana Lawyer it's not the first time a major international law firm has moved into the Indiana gambling sector. He emphasized the need for companies to learn from the ever-changing gambling industry by evolving their practices. Greenberg Traurig is now registered to lobby in Indiana on behalf of gambling giants Bally's Corporation and Full House Resorts, but it has other Indiana lobbying clients, including Goodwill of Michiana and the Indiana Alliance of Boys and Girls Clubs. Alex Brown, Inside Indiana Business Radio.
Beth Scheibel founded the Northeast School of Dance in 1969. 56 years later, she is now ready to hand over the reins with her retirement early this month. The Northeast School of Dance was created as a neighborhood program in Fort Wayne and has taught thousands of students over its long history. Indianapolis-based TechPoint is accepting nominations for its 2026 Mira Awards, honoring the best in tech in Indiana. The growth initiative for Indiana's tech sector is continuing a new submission process instituted last year, which calls for a maximum of 25 submissions per category. The submission period will close October 15. This is Gary Dick for Inside Indiana Business Radio on Demand.
Off the Record with Indiana's 250 most influential business and community leaders is a podcast that peels back the curtain on Indiana's most respected leaders, one episode at a time. Go beyond the headlines and hear the stories of grit and innovation that shape these leaders. Do you want to know who's driving our state forward? This is a must listen. Subscribe and listen wherever you get your podcasts or at ibjpodcast.com.
Do you want to know what really drives change in Indiana? You won't find it in sound bites, you'll find it in stories. Stories from CEOs, lawyers, coaches, entrepreneurs, and community advocates. That's the IBJ Media Podcast Network. Insightful, local, impactful. Find all of our shows by searching IBJ Media in your podcast app or visit ibjpodcast.com.